of this community and for an enrichment of our cultural and spiritual life. We pray in thy name and for our sake. Amen.
Thank you, Robert. We would now ask, if you would please, and we'll give the Westland Cablevision the opportunity, if you would walk towards Wayne Road and the sidewalk. We're going to walk over to the driveway, over to the Richard D. Collins house for the first dedication. So if you'll just go to the sidewalk and walk that way, we'll gather around where you see the bunting on the sign. Thank you.
Chairman of the Westland Historical Commission has been dedicated to Richard D. Collins. Richard?
You can't hear.
Yes, sir. I will get the PA then, Mr. Downs.
That mic is only for the TV. The audience. You have to speak real loud.
Any other?
I'm Tom Brown, the chairman of the Westland Historical Commission, and this is the property that we have under our jurisdiction. The property you're standing on now was dedicated and was given to the city of Westland by Mrs. Velma Maston and Mrs. Marcia House. And they asked that this be dedicated to Mr. Richard Collins. We have decided that we would call this the Collins House, the Richard D. Collins House. Looking at this house, you wonder why we expect it to serve the people of this city. Inside, we will have our workshop for the Historical Commission, and we will there reconstruct those historical artifacts that need some repair. We'll also have 2 rooms there which will be dedicated to showing artifacts to the people and have the displays. We've got some very definite ideas of what we can do with the rooms in this house. Sometime later, this house will take on a different look from the exterior. We hope that in the future that we can use rough sawn log lumber and to make this look like it is a historic building. It will still carry the name Richard D. Collins House, and it will be dedicated continuously by this city for that purpose. With this house, there is a parcel of property, and we have a total of 5 acres of property here, the city of Westland. The property extends all the way to the John Glenn High School. This property was first settled by a man by the name of Stevenson. That was in 1834. And Walter Felton purchased the property in 1843. He then sold the property and then reclaimed the property in 1853 and built the house that is just south of us, which we call the museum, in 1860. This property does have a significance as far as our community is concerned. From the original 80 acres, there was deeded to the school district. The Nankin 4th District was 10 rods at Cherry Hill and Wayne Road for our school. They moved the Katy School from the south of Cherry Hill to the north of Cherry Hill and built a larger school there. And it was used for many years, as you all know. Just recently, in the last few years, the Katy School was demolished, and the property is now used for commercial purposes. But this is a historic piece of property. Many people that lived here a long time, this is called the Furlong Farm. The Furlong Farm was the daughter of, Mrs. Furlong was the daughter of Mr. Walter Felton, who built the house here. Now we'd like to, at this day, dedicate this property and this building to the memory of Richard D. Collins. Would you please? Thank you very very much, and we will proceed to the windmill.